There's a moment, usually around brunch or in a late-night group chat, when the conversation turns to home prices and everything gets a little gloomy. Someone drops a mortgage calculator screenshot that looks like a prank. Someone else says, "I guess we're doomed to rent forever." Half joking, half not. If that's you lately, here's the mindset shift that can save your brain and your bank account. Renting is not the opposite of wealth. Renting without a plan is. Home ownership can be a great path, but it isn't a magic spell. Plenty of homeowners feel broke. Big down payment, higher utilities, surprise repairs, and a lawnmower they didn't budget for. Meanwhile, quiet renters are stacking investments, building career flexibility, and sleeping through water heater emergencies because the landlord's number is on speed dial. The difference isn't the deed, it's the system around it. Start by giving your rent a co-star. Each month you pay to live in a space. Fair. But if that's the only money movement, the story stops there. Add a second line item that moves at the same time. A mock mortgage payment that goes to your future instead of the bank. Call it whatever keeps you consistent. Future House Fund, Freedom Fund, Investment, Rent Back. The nickname matters less than the automation. When the rent drafts, a transfer heads to a high-yield savings account or a brokerage. Some months it's small. Other months, when overtime hits or travel slows down, it's bigger. The point is rhythm. You're buying a little more of your future with the same predictability as you buy the present. If the word invest makes your shoulders tense, simplify. Choose a low-cost, total market index fund for long-term goals and stop fussing. You won't pick perfectly every time, and you don't need to. Wealth is more about time in the market than timing the market. The habit of sending money on schedule beats the art of guessing which headline will move which stock next Tuesday. One sneaky advantage renters hold is liquidity. When a homeowner's roof leaks, their savings is trapped in shingles and paint. When your investments live in the open air, you can pivot. That doesn't mean day trading. It just means your opportunity fund is actually available when life offers you a door. Career move, short course, the trip you'll still talk about 5 years from now. Liquidity is an underrated wealth tool. Use it. Credit is the other quiet lever. Landlords and lenders both care about it, and there's no rule that says you have to wait for a mortgage to polish your score. If your building or a third-party service reports rent payments to the bureaus, opt in. That turns your biggest monthly bill into positive data. Keep utilization low on your cards by paying before the statement cuts, not after. It's boring, which is why it works. Better credit doesn't just prep you for a future mortgage, it lowers the cost of everything that touches a credit check. Car insurance, cell plans, even some jobs. Renter's insurance is the least glamorous line in any budget, and that's exactly why it deserves respect. For a few dollars a month, you protect your stuff and your liability, which shields the rest of your plan from a clumsy moment in the kitchen or a leak from the neighbor above. Wealth grows best when nothing knocks it off track for long. Insurance is how you keep the track clear. Lease season is your negotiation season, even if you're conflict averse. You don't have to pound the table. You only need to be early and reasonable. A month before renewal, send a friendly note. You like living there, you're a low-maintenance tenant, and you'd love to renew at a fair rate. If the building has comparable units listed for less, mention it calmly. If prices are firm, ask for a perk that reduces your cash burn. Free parking, a storage unit, new appliances, in-unit repairs before you recommit. Even a small win pays every month, and the savings can flow straight into your mock mortgage transfer without you feeling a thing. The neighborhood you rent in can behave like a dividend if you choose it with a strategy hat on. Shorter commute, cheaper transit, a grocery store you actually like, parks you'll use. That's money you don't spend, and health you don't have to buy back later. There's a reason some of the happiest budgets live next to a great library and a decent farmer's market. People underestimate how much friction costs. Reduce it, and your savings rate rises without a single spreadsheet pep talk. If you do want to buy someday, rent becomes training. Treat your current place like a rehearsal for ownership without the legal paperwork. Track what a house would actually cost you beyond the mortgage: property taxes, HOA dues, higher utilities, lawn care, repairs. Add a phantom housing line to your budget and send that amount to savings or investments now. If it pinches, home ownership would pinch more. If it feels fine, You're quietly building the down payment while proving to yourself that the ongoing cost fits your real life, not your Instagram life. Big purchases are where renters can sprint ahead. The furniture upgrade, the new TV, the travel splurge. These decisions are lighter when you aren't also juggling closing costs and contractor invoices. But light doesn't mean loose. Give every big buy a 24-hour waiting period and a two-quote rule. Sleep on the decision. Ask 2 vendors for a price. The day you wake up still excited and one number clearly beats the other is the day you buy. The rest of the time, you just saved yourself from a perfectly marketed impulse. Those near misses compound as quietly as your index fund. Careers grow better when you're mobile. Renters can change cities for an opportunity with fewer handcuffs, which is its own kind of asset. If a move would bump your pay or your learning curve, run the math on taxes and cost of living, then run the life test on weather, community, and how you actually spend your days. A 10% raise in a place that nudges you to walk more, cook more, and spend less to feel good can become a 30% life upgrade. The spreadsheet doesn't capture that until months later. Your mood does by the first Sunday morning. None of this forbids buying a home. It just refuses to make renting feel like waiting in purgatory. If a house checks boxes beyond numbers, stability for kids, a creative project you want to own, a backyard that turns your weekends into a ritual, great. You'll be ready because you built muscles as a renter. Consistent investing, emergency cash, clean credit, realistic housing costs. You'll walk in with eyes open and a plan that survives the first busted pipe. If you never buy, your wealth plan still works. That's the piece you earn. The mock mortgage keeps compounding. The opportunity fund keeps saying yes. The credit score stays glossy. The insurance keeps bad lucks small. The lease negotiations shave the edges, and your career choices feed both bank balance and sanity. One day, you'll scroll back through old statements and see the curve bend. Not because you discovered a hack, but because you ran a simple play longer than most people can sit still. Here's the quiet epilogue. No one posts. The richest feeling isn't a set of keys. It's looking around the life you actually live. Your neighborhood, your calendar, your bank app, your friendships, and realizing it fits. Renting can be a part of that fit for a season or a lifetime. The trick isn't to copy someone else's timeline. It's to make sure your money is moving even when your address doesn't.